The slowest day since Christmas, like The Walking Dead. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. I had to set an alarm to get up for this because it's been one of the quietest, slowest days. It is actually the slowest day since Christmas week. So here we have it. Markets are higher, which we talk about all the time. Dull markets will drift higher. Volatility continues to get smashed. So we're seeing the complacency, or we'll call it complacency is king, and there's not a lot to do. And there's not a lot of reason to get overly excited here in this market. You saw some pretty big moves in Facebook today, up higher. Apple made another new record high. The NASDAQ is higher. The Dow is higher. The S&P is higher. The Russell is higher. So we're seeing a rally. But we expect that when markets are dull. That is what we talk about. You never sell into a dull market because they figure to drift higher. That's what we're seeing here. Again, I would say to you that there's going to be news this week. I would say that it will create some pretty good volatility. I would think if I were to guess today, I would say it's China comes to the table and settles the trade talks and the trade tariffs and all the wars and all that stuff, and we get that behind us. We already know Mexico wants to, Canada wants to, so we'll see again. But sometimes it's better to make the trade of patience versus to make an actual trade. And I think that's where we are. If you're hedging your positions, then you can trade all you want. It doesn't matter because you're always going to be protected, you're always going to be hedged. But if you're just straight out trading, it's much better to sit back and relax sometimes. We saw oil, which was lower this morning, make a dramatic rally up about $1.50 and then settle down only up about 30 cents. We've got some tariff talk with Iran. You've got the trouble in Venezuela, the socialist economy, how good that is at 1,000,000% inflation. So we've got a lot of things going on. Gold continues to be just going down. There is no hope at this moment. Now, again, we know that gold will rally again, but for now, there's no hope at gold. It's just going down, and right now, again, I don't want to sell it here because I think there's a much greater chance that we get either a turnaround or a big dead cat bounce. So we're going to stay on the sidelines and wait for an opportunity to try to buy into gold as we continue to tell you that it's going lower and it's continuing to go lower. Again, just another beatdown. Bitcoin has been under pressure again. There are some things going on there. But again, I think this is just another buying opportunity, especially when I heard the announcement from Goldman Sachs saying that Bitcoin was a fraud, basically. And of course, they're probably buying it, would be my guess. So again, to me, there's a lot of spoofing going on in these markets. So I would continue to look for opportunity to buy them. And that's how I see that. The grains were kind of mixed. Soybeans were down, but did come back off their lows. Wheat spiked higher again. Corn was relatively flat with a slight positive to the upside. Meats were very quiet, closing down. I think the sad thing, or the interesting thing is, or the sad thing for me, is that hogs were much higher and sold off at the end of the day. So again, but we still think that the ag space is the place to be. It's like Green Acres. Green Acres is the ag place is the place to be. I think we're going higher. I think these are great buying opportunities. Every sell, I think, should be met with buyers. Bonds were spiking higher and dribbled all the way back to the end of the day, actually closing around near the unchanged line. So what we're seeing here is just miserably quiet markets. There's no reason to get overly involved or over trade here, because what you're going to see is you're going to be forced to make a decision that you're not going to want to make. So I think what you do is you sit back, you wait for the opportunities. I do think there'll be news this week, so we'll look and kind of wait on that. But right now we're in the middle of the summer doldrums, not much to do. Much easier to sit back on the sidelines and not do anything to keep yourself out of trouble. That's the way I see it. This is Bubba's Daily Update. Todd Bubba Horwitz, and of course, remember our high school investing program, starting our 9th year, and we're going to have to struggle to get through it this year. We need your help. If you'd like to help us, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading, and we can help get these kids educated. And don't forget to catch Bubba's Daily Update, the Bubba Show, every day from 4 to 5 Eastern at LibertyTalk.fm. See what happens to me. My mind goes to mush when the markets are so quiet. We'll see you back here tomorrow, everybody. Bubba's Daily Update. Have a great day. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.